Hi guys, I'm here today with a video, obviously. And this video is going to be a video about two groups that have made a comeback recently, and that would be my bias groups, SHINee and BTS. And it's not really going to be like an unboxing or anything, because by now there's like tons, but it's just going to give me a bit of an opportunity to talk about uh, my feelings about both of them coming back and what I think about the albums. So it is going to be quite a chatty video. So if you don't really like those kind of videos, then it's maybe not going to be one for you. It might be quite long. I'm anticipating it to be quite long. I like to talk as it is, and this is just like no limits here, so I guess I'll just get into it. So both of them, SHINee and BTS, they came back around about the same time. Now, having both bias groups coming back at the same time, it can be both a blessing and a curse. It has its good points and its bad points. It's great because there's like a lot of excitement to it, and there has been so many interactions between the two of them. It's amazing and warms my heart so much. But it's also a curse because of things like fandom wars and unnecessary things being said by both fandoms regarding the other, which is really annoying because I kind of feel like piggy in the middle. And also it means spending a lot of money in the one go when it comes to like albums. And there's just like conflict in general, like when it comes to things like wanting to vote on like M Countdown or something like that. It's like, who do I vote for, who do I not? So in these kind of situations I tend to just sit back and not really take a side in it, if you know what I mean, because I absolutely adore both groups. So, but honestly I feel like despite everything, the little moments that they have makes up for everything. Like it just washes it all away. Like Taemin and Jimin, like where did that even come from? Honestly, like even Jimin put Taemin Hyung in his thanks to. It appears that he's kind of gotten in with that kind of like Taemin Jongin group of friends, which is just really strange. They're like a little dance group now. And Mino and Taehyung, well, that was kind of like new. Well, not not necessarily a given, but since they've been working on the same drama, you would think that they would get a bit closer because of that. And they were insanely cute in KCON already, like back in June. They were already like so. But it's so lovely to see. It really is. But yeah, so first I'll talk about the kind of build up that I had regarding both of their comebacks, which is it's really strange because I had kind of like opposite-ish reactions. Like I absolutely love both comebacks, but it was just a bit strange. I think you'll understand what I mean when I start telling you about it. So with SHINee, I was really excited seeing all the teaser pictures. I was screaming about them on Twitter, and it was quite bad. Honestly, like I couldn't get my head around that this concept was so 90s and they had on the ugliest clothes, but they still looked amazing. Like even those tacky chains, they somehow made them work. And it was just mind-boggling, and I was like, it's just SHINee. SHINee can do that. SHINee can do anything. But I feel like in general I was more excited about SHINee's comeback than Bangtan's. Definitely in the lead up anyway. I just really loved the way that they did the whole thing. Like that's the thing with SHINee, they're so consistent. Like when they do a theme, they do a theme. Even to the point of where they had members choose like their favourite song from the album, and we kind of got a preview of it, but the way that they did it was like a radio broadcast thing, and that was just so cool and so retro. And I mean, they brought out a friggin' cassette tape, and they made people go crazy about finding this cassette tape. Like, that's just, oh man, it was just so good. When the music video came out and I heard One of One, I absolutely loved it straight off the bat. The music video wasn't anything special, but at the same time, again, it was in with the theme. I know a lot of people were complaining about the music video, but for me it wasn't really that much of an issue. It's, like I said, it's to do with the theme, so I think maybe they could have made it a bit better. Not made it as bare, and maybe go for like kind of like an NSYNC vibe with like the different rooms, but it's not that big of a deal, as I said, for me anyway. For me, it was just the fact that it fit in with the theme, and I was just really excited to listen to the song, which really I just think is very, very, very 90s feeling. So I was really happy with that. On the contrary, with BTS, I wasn't all that excited, and the reason for that, I think, it had a lot to do with the teasers. Because the teasers were released, I think it was like about a month, maybe even more. No, I think maybe about a month. Like, the first teaser that came out was Jungkook's, and that was about like a month ago. Well, more than a month ago now, but I'm talking about from when they released Blood, Sweat and Tears. And they released them like every day or every second day. Basically, like within a week or so, all of the members' teasers had come out. And I'm not gonna lie, I found them confusing. They were absolutely stunning. Like, honestly, really good job to the director, but still confusing nonetheless. And that's been like an ongoing theme for me since like Most Beautiful Moment in Life era began, with all this like things of like relating stuff back and all these kind of unanswered questions, concepts. Oh man, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. And especially with this, like having this Damien concept thrown in, and there was like hints of things linking back to the Most Beautiful Moment in Life era. There was things even hinting back to Danger era, which just... So I did just feel like it was too much for me to kind of process, and I couldn't really enjoy them as much as I wanted to. So that's kind of how I felt with that. But then hearing that Blood, Sweat and Tears was going to be their title track, despite the music video teaser looking like it did, you know, that kind of way, but I thought that it would have been a strong song, you know, kind of like Boy in Love or Danger, that kind of feel. And I was very much so pleasantly surprised that it wasn't. It wasn't that at all, and the music video was amazing, so beautifully done, and I rewatched it like tons and tons of times. And believe me, I'm being totally honest when I say this, it wasn't just for the video, like the boys in the video, I swear to you. I swear. They were looking fucking great though. Oh, but it wasn't that. It's just because I loved the song so much, and that's a really weird thing for me because I don't normally like replay music videos. Usually, because I like to wait until my albums come to put like the music onto like my computer. Unless I really love a song, I don't find myself going to watch the music video over and over again, but with this one I did. And again, disclaimer, it wasn't just for the beautiful. It wasn't. Okay, I've talked enough. Well, actually no, I've not talked enough. I'm going to continue talking. However, now I'm going to start talking about each album, and which one will I start with? I guess I'll go with SHINee since this one's on the top. My bad. So yeah, SHINee's One of One. I'll talk first about how I felt about like the music, and then after I'll talk about the packaging. So One of One, I feel like it's an album that really captures the 90s sound very, very well. Not perfect, but very, very close to being perfect. Like the closest that they could get, really. And as I said before, it's not only the sound, but the whole concept. Even to the point of releasing a cassette tape. Like, oh my goodness, so much nostalgia, so much nostalgia. And that's coming from someone who, I'm only born in like the early 90s, but still, like, I owned a lot of cassette tapes. I still remember the first one I bought myself. It was Britney Spears' Sometimes album on cassette. I still remember that. I just feel like the music on here is very, very easy on the ear. It's definitely an album that I feel like I can put it on and just listen to it the whole way through without wanting to skip over any songs. If I compare it to their last album, Odd, I really, really liked Odd, but there were some songs that I kind of felt like when they came on, I had to skip over them. This one I don't really feel that way about any. Like I said, I can just like listen to it the whole way through. In terms of favourite songs, I pretty much like all of them. Like I said, I don't think there's one on here that I don't like. In saying that, there are of course songs that I like more than others. There's Prism, One of One, of course. I think One of One was a great title track song choice, especially considering this theme. Don't Let Me Go, Shift, So Amazing. To be honest, So Amazing, I wasn't really all that crazy about it until I found out that it was a song from On You to the fans, and I read the lyrics translations. I thought it was super, super cute, so that made me like it a lot more, because when I listened to it, that's all I was thinking about. And Feel Good as well. I think that Feel Good is probably my favourite song out of the whole album. It's a very, very close call between One of One and Feel Good, but I really like how Feel Good kind of sounds like different songs, if you know what I mean. Like there's different kind of sounds in the one song. And yeah, as I said, I think that Feel Good, One of One was a great choice in terms of title track, whereas a lot of people, they were saying that they would have preferred it if Prism was the title track, but I do feel like One of One definitely embodies the 90s sound a lot more. One of One, it's that kind of song that just like instantly changes your mood. It's such a happy song. Honestly, whenever I hear it, I just want to get up, grab my microphone hairbrush and start dancing around my room. That's what I want to do. That's what Can you guys help me? Why do I keep calling it a different name every time? One of One. One of One, girl. Yeah, that's the way that it makes me feel, and I'm just really, really happy. I'm really happy. In terms of packaging, there's not really much that you can say about this. It's a cassette tape, and there's going to be like limited stuff that you can do with it, but it is really, really cute and completely not practical for someone like me that doesn't have a cassette player, but I couldn't not get it. Like I said, for the whole nostalgia thing, I just had to. I'm not even sure why am I trying to put it in the wrong way. And it comes with this little like fold out thing, which you did used to get in cassettes. So cool. And they've got like a little baby thanks to here too. I didn't realise that. And credits. And then on the other side, there's more lyrics and stuff. Honestly, I don't understand how they look so good in such ugly outfits. SHINee, I swear, SHINee. I'll fix you up later. For this packaging, I'm gonna be totally honest. When I first heard that this was the packaging that they were doing, I was disappointed because I'm sure I'm not alone in this at all, but it's not my favourite packaging at all. Actually, I'd rather see the back of this packaging. However, when I had a think about it, again, they're keeping with the concept because back in the day, like even in the Korean music industry, I'm sure that in the 90s it was just the CDs weren't as advanced as what they are now, like with the big photo books and hardcovers, magnets, all this stuff. I'm sure that they would have just been like your basic jewel cases. So I kind of had to, you know, I couldn't really complain about it that much. And at least we got our jewel case, and then we got an extra photo book too, which is they're so lovely. It's got lots and lots of nice pictures and lots of white spaces, but I feel like for this one it works, you know, with all the spaces. Definitely makes the pictures like pop a lot more, I think anyway. Really beautiful. So yeah, but I really hope that this is like the last time that we see SM do packaging like this, because it's just, no. This thing comes off so much. It's like, why couldn't they even just do it the other way around, where it would be at the bottom so that you could just slide it in this way? Then like when you go to sit it down, it's not going to be like whoosh. So annoying. But another thing that I was quite disappointed about, again, I had to just be like, nope, they're doing it right, was the lack of photo card, or rather the kind of different style of photo card-ish that they did. So I got Mino, and it's kind of like this game that they used to play, kind of like Pogs. I think it's called like a dakchi. I recently watched a movie called Taza. It's got Big Bang's T.O.P. in it, and they had these kind of things in it, and they were playing with it in the beginning, which I was like, those are the things that SHINee put in their album. And yeah, I couldn't be mad about it, because we get lots of cute little baby pictures, and again, it keeps with the theme, so honestly cannot fault them for that. Good on them. Packaging, definitely not my favourite, but I just need to live with it because that was their theme. So yeah, that's how it feels about SHINee. And who do we have next? None other than BTS. I don't know, should I just bring in one album, or I'll just bring in all four. So here we have Wings. I have all four versions. Wings, great album, and I feel like definitely a step up from Dark and Wild. For me, Dark and Wild, it was an album where it's hard to explain. It's a good album, but there are definitely songs on there that I can do without. I guess that's the best way that I can explain it. There's songs on there that I absolutely love, and there's songs on there that I could really do without. I love Blood, Sweat and Tears. It's an amazing title track, possibly one of my favourite from the album, if not the favourite. Solo songs. Okay, so solo songs, it was just a bit hard to get my head around. It's really strange, I know, because between their SoundCloud and their mixtapes, things like that, it's not like it's a new kind of concept to hear them do songs and stuff on their own. But I guess it was just having like so many, one after the other, like in a condensed kind of thing, and in an album, and it was just really, really strange. Like at first, my first listen, I kind of felt like I was just like totally zoned out. I just couldn't. But ones that caught my attention during my first listen were Begin, which is Jungkook's solo, and Awake, which is Jin's solo. And that is really, really strange for me. Not Begin. Begin is kind of like the type of music that I like, but Awake especially isn't really my style, but Jin did such a good job with it. It's such a beautiful song, a beautiful melody, and I'm really, really happy that those who are more like overlooked in the group were able to showcase their talents like this and given the spotlight. And I don't think I'm the only one that thinks that. And I'm talking again about how Jin's is maybe like my favourite title track. A lot of people, from the people that I spoke to anyway, they feel the same. They love Awake so, so much. It's just really, really beautiful, honestly. And like for people like J-Hope, who doesn't really get, I don't feel like J-Hope gets enough recognition, but apart from Mama, I did think as well that the intro was done really, really well, honestly, amazingly. And Mama, at first I was like, I don't know, I was a bit unsure of it. Like I liked it, but I don't know, I liked it, but I was like, well, okay. And then when I found out the lyrics to it, it honestly, it actually made me cry. I was watching one of those lyric videos and I cried because it's true. It's kind of a song that it has like a nice kind of vibe to it, but the lyrics, they're quite sad. So yeah, my little hobby. And another one as well is Suga's First Love. Oh, it made me so upset. He's so beautiful, and that song was so full of emotion, honestly. But yeah, so I guess those are kind of like my picks in terms of the solos. I like all of them really, but it kind of changes from day to day, I guess. Yeah, but oh, I was really, really happy that Taehyung got to show off his kind of vocal skills, because I feel like as well Taehyung, especially beforehand, he used to get used a lot for kind of like raspy sounding things. Like it always sounded like he had to strain his voice. Like in Boy in Love, he kind of got like the hook, and it's like the same in Fire, and where else was it? The War of Hormone as well. That he always gets kind of like the shouty parts. So I'm really happy that he gets to show his vocals, and he sounds absolutely beautiful. I know that his might not be the, how to explain it, his voice is not necessarily the one that has like the most range technically, but it's definitely my favorite when it comes to sound. I just think his voice is absolutely beautiful, and I feel like even if I wasn't Taehyung biased, I'd probably be saying the same. I just really, really like the way his voice sounds. As Iris said in American Hustle Life, he's soulful. He does kind of give that vibe off. So again, with this album, I feel like it's one that I can listen to it the whole way through, and there's quite a bit of a variety on it too, which is nice. It makes it kind of not repetitive and boring. Lost is the vocal line song. Yes, 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 love it. And it's the first time that they've done like an actual vocal line song, I think. Apart from like their outros, which they've, most of the time they've been like vocal line stuff. This is the first time we get a full song, and I really, really like it. Definitely one that I find myself listening to a lot. And what, do you know what? It just, I need to link below. There was like, was it in there? Rookie King. They did a cover of Taeyang's my gosh, what's it called? I can't even remember what it's called. The song anyway, and it's like so beautiful, and I just can't believe it was that many years ago. I'm going to leave a link for it below. It's honestly so cute. Cypher Part 4. Contrary to what seems to be the general consensus, I'm not the biggest fan. I absolutely love the beat. The beat is sick, but I don't know. My first listen to it, I was just a bit like, all I got from it was sorry bae and I love myself. And when I looked up the lyrics, I liked the message of the song, you know, like, it's like, fuck the haters, I'm doing me. But I don't know, it's just, I think maybe I'm just still too hung up on Cypher Part 3, like that's my favourite Cypher out of all of them. But yeah, it's definitely not my favourite. Probably out of the whole album, it's, no. Yeah, I would say that Cypher Part 4 is probably the one out of the whole album that I like the least, maybe? Don't quote me on that, this could change. What was the other song I wanted to talk about? Wings, the interlude. That song is so great. It's just like a really good vibe song. A really nice sounding song. I really like the way that the raps and stuff sound in there. And it just makes me really curious as to what's going to be coming from them next, because like I said, it's usually BTS, they have an outro, but this is called an interlude, which is kind of like, you know, in the middle, intermission, whatever. And it just makes me really curious as to what we're going to get from them in their next release, if it's going to be that kind of sound. Yeah, so the last thing that I need to talk about is the packaging, and I'm not a happy bunny, I'm not, and I don't mean to be like all negative about it, but it is something that really grates me, and it's something that I've been feeling for a long time with Big Hit, not in terms of albums, but just in terms of releases in general, that, you know, it's getting too much. They release too many things at the same time. If it's not DVDs, it's merchandise from concerts, which happens every concert, which sells out so fast, and season's greetings and photo books and Lego and dolls and USBs and everything like that. But that could be a whole other video in itself, trust me, I'm very passionate about that. But the packaging of the album is so disappointing, like honestly, it really is. It's just not what I expect from Big Hit at all, when you think back to the packaging that we've had previously. And it's like the packaging doesn't even do the album justice. And it's not like you can say, oh well, it fits in with the concept. I personally don't think that this type of packaging has anything to do with the concept. Like, you could have still had this like smoky effect on like a bigger sized album, like the Most Beautiful Moment in Life ones. That would have been fine. And it would have actually been nice because it would all be the same size. But don't get me wrong, the pictures in here, they're absolutely gorgeous. They really are. But like I said, there's just no need to have these small ass albums, which they're matte black. Look, as you can see, fingerprints on it. They get scratched up so easily. They're really tiny. Half of the photo book, like literally half, is lyrics and credits. Half. And to boot, you've got, okay, I can forgive the blank spaces on the pages, but come on, like actual, and this is on every page, it's a blank page on the other side. Like I said, I don't think that does anything for the album, not at all. Like I said, the pictures in here, they're absolutely stunning. I don't have a qualm with the quality or the pictures, it's just the way that it's been done, honestly. And this lame CD holder, like, just no. And then touching again on this whole blank space thing, it just feels like it's taking the piss, because you could have easily made that into like one album. Or even like two. I would even give you two. Two's fine. Two's the norm. People seem to do that a lot these days. They release two versions of an album, and that's fine. And I feel like especially bad for armies who maybe they don't have a lot of money and they could maybe only afford one album. So like that's like, okay, so I just kind of jumped my gun there, but that's another thing, that these albums are kind of like member specific. They kind of have pairings in them. So say that you can only afford one album, and we didn't know beforehand what kind of photo books were going to be in it. We were just told that there was 4 versions, W, I, N and G, and that they had different photos in them, but different photos could just mean different group photos. So say if like you're a Jin stan and you end up with a photo book that's this who's this, Jungkook and Rapmon, and you could only afford the one album, you are going to feel a little bit disappointed. I think you would anyway. I mean, a lot of people, when it comes to BTS, it's very hard choosing a bias. I know. But even still, I would prefer to have like my bias photo book, you know? It's just, I just feel like armies are getting used. There was really no need in these 4 versions. And again, 4 versions, W, I, N and G. The comeback is called Wings. The album's called Wings. Where's the S? Probably a lot of people, they are speculating a repackage of some sort or a special album. I don't know, but I'm just like, it made me really disappointed and less excited when I received my albums, because I knew what I was getting. I knew it. I saw pictures of it and stuff, and I was just, oh. You know, that's one thing that I always praised Big Hit on, was their album packaging. And, you know, even from when they were like a fresh kind of group, okay? So like, say, look at this packaging for Or You Late To, right? So you've got your CD here, nice and safe. You get a nice folded poster. You've got this beautiful little thing on top of the photo book, which I've never seen done in any other one. But then again, nice high quality pictures. Sometimes one is even double spread. Beautiful. You got 2 photo cards. You got a group and a member card, and you got like this little comic. You know, there would have been nothing wrong with kind of one like that. School Love Affair, probably one of my most favourite packagings in the world. Huge ass photo book. Track list here. CD is nice and tucked in here. This as well came with stickers. It came with a double kind of photo card, which was like a group and member attached together. This is how many pages the song credits take up. The song credits and lyrics take up in this one. Do you see that? And the thanks to is not very different. This is the thanks to. Like, why do we need to have a photo book in Wings, which is 50% photos, not even 50%, let's say 25% photos, because half of the pages are blank, and that's like 50% lyrics, and not even done nicely, like with photos or anything. It's just plain paper. It is just plain paper, and I really hope that this is not a sign of things to come. I hope that he doesn't think that just because BTS have gained some popularity that he can just make the packaging shitty because people will still buy it, which unfortunately that is the kind of sad reality that is. Because I mean, look at me, I've got these 4 versions sitting in front of me, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm such a schmuck for doing that. sorry, I did say that this was going to get really heated, and I'm sorry if it's maybe offensive to some people if they think that I'm being a hater or anything. I'm not. This is just my opinion. BTS is like one of my alt groups. SHINee and BTS, my alt groups. So there's I'm definitely not hating. I'm not hating on them anyway. Not at all. So yeah, but anyway, I'll just stop being so pressed for a second and show you the photo cards that I got in my albums. I was very, very lucky because I managed to pull no doubles. However, I pulled no doubles, but I didn't pull any bias cards either. So I got Jin's in my W album. I got Jungkook's in my I album. Yes, I got Jungkook again. I've told you guys, I always pull Jungkook somehow. So these two are not up for trade. They're currently going to be traded off. And then I have Jimin's, which I was so kind of upset that I got it because I don't want to trade it and I don't want to sell it, and it annoys me because I don't like to keep non-bias cards, but god damn it, Park Jimin's just been getting to me lately, and it's painful, it's really painful. So I got Jimin in my N, and then I got Suga in my G. I would be looking to trade Suga for V, if anyone would like to trade, but the other cards, I'm not trading them because I have like kind of trades going to happen already. And also just a quick plug, if you want to trade for Mino, if you have Jonghyun, I'd be happy to do that too. And wow, okay, so I think that's everything that I had to say about both these albums, which is going to bring me to my next thing. So recently I've reached quite a significant number of subscribers, and it's just crazy because this time last year I was only sitting at about 100, and now I think I'm at like 565, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed, who watches my videos, who likes my videos, who takes time to comment. I really love when you guys leave comments because it means that we can start a bit of a conversation. It's really nice. So I kind of wanted to do something for you guys, and at the time it felt a bit more meaningful because people thought that these would be very hard to get hold of, but now they seem to be quite readily available still. So maybe not as thoughtful as what I thought it would be, but still it's something for you guys. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a SHINee 1 of 1 cassette tape. Brand new, still in the packaging, and it's going to be open internationally. I'm going to leave below a Tumblr post with all information because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really wanted to make this video. I've tried it once already and I don't have the time to like have thought about the rules and stuff, so after I've posted this I'll be able to make up, but it's just going to be like general things like when it's going to end and things like that. Of course you need to be a subscriber, and I'm not going to tag this video with a giveaway because I just want it to be the people who have actually watched this video or stumble across it and then subscribe. That's fine as long as you're a subscriber, but I really just I don't like when people, they kind of just come for the free stuff, you know. So I'd rather it go to like someone who is like a genuine person who watches my content, things like that. So yeah, I'm going to be giving it away, like I said, internationally. It's going to be open, and I'll leave all information below in a Tumblr post, which I'll make private so that again no one can really see what's going on. So yeah, if you're interested in this giveaway, what I'd like you to do is comment below with your favourite 90s group or 90s song. I myself was a very, very big fan of the Backstreet Boys. Nick Carter was my fave. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Just start a bit of a conversation. And thank you guys for watching. This is a very, very long video, so if you made it to the end, a very, very well done to you. Thank you so much for watching, and sitting through my big ass rant. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna go now, but bye!